I do not take lightly the call to show up, the call to speak up, the call to deliver a message that's been on my heart for a hot minute now.
In the lead up to Election Day, many celebrities have joined the 2024 presidential nominees on the campaign trail, speaking at rallies in support of the candidate of their choice, whether it's Kamala Harris.
Your vote is one of the most valuable tools, and we need you.
Or Donald Trump.
There's never been a more important time in our lives than right now in this election.
Access Hollywood is taking a look at just some of the many stars giving speeches this election year for both candidates, starting with those in favor of Harris. Jessica Alba stumped for Kamala in Texas, where she spent part of her childhood, and she said the ideals that the state instilled in her are ones the vice president shares.
It was here in Texas that I learned the importance of looking out for your neighbors, lending a hand without hesitation, and treating people the way you would want to be treated. It's this Texas spirit of compassion, generosity, and unity, along with my strong Mexican-American family values, that shaped who I am today. Vice President Harris has spent her entire career embodying these same values.
Beyoncé spoke at the same Houston rally, and the singer fittingly used a musical metaphor to describe her vision for America's future, saying it was time to sing a new song.
The old notes of downfall, discord, despair no longer resonate. Our generations of loved ones before us are whispering a prophecy, a quest, a calling, an anthem. Our moment right now, it's time for America to sing a new song. Our voices sing a chorus of unity. They sing a song of dignity and opportunity. Are y'all ready to add your voice to the new American song?
Jennifer Lopez passionately supported Harris in Las Vegas and took aim at comedian Tony Hinchcliffe's disparaging comments about Puerto Rico at a Trump rally.
At Madison Square Garden, he reminded us who he really is and how he really feels. It wasn't just Puerto Ricans that were offended that day, okay? It was every Latino in this country. It was humanity and anyone of decent character.
Jennifer spoke more about her Puerto Rican pride and her hopes for the election result.
I am Puerto Rican. Soy boricua carajo. And yes, I was born here, and we are Americans. I am a mother. I am a sister. I am an actor and an entertainer, and I like Hollywood endings. I like when the good guy, or in this case, the good girl, wins.
Cardi B joined the campaign in Wisconsin, where she revealed that Kamala entering the race radically changed her voting plans.
Now, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I wasn't gonna vote this year. I wasn't. But Kamala Harris joining the race, she changed my mind completely. I did not have faith on any candidates until she joined the race and said the things that I wanted to hear, that I want to see next in this country.
At a rally in Philadelphia, Bruce Springsteen performed for the crowd and spoke about what he looks for in a leader.
I want a president who reveres the Constitution, who does not threaten but wants to protect and guide our great democracy, who believes in the rule of law and the peaceful transfer of power, who will fight for a woman's right to choose, and who wants to create a middle-class economy that will serve all our citizens. There is only one candidate in this election who holds those principles dear, Kamala Harris.
In North Carolina, Kerry Washington shared how, on her way to the rally, someone at the airport brought up her show scandal.
This lovely woman said the thing that inevitably gets said whenever we are in a kind of heightened political moment, right? She pulled me aside and she said, "Olivia Pope, are you gonna fix this? Olivia Pope, are you going to save the day?"
Kerry went on to say that while her character can't hop out of the TV screen and affect the election, voters can.
Olivia Pope, she can't phone bank. She can't text 5 friends. Olivia Pope can't knock on doors. She can't babysit her brother's kids while he goes out to vote. She can't give her neighbor who doesn't drive a ride to the polls. Olivia Pope can't go to iwillvote.com/NC and make a plan to vote. But you know who can? You all. Yes, you are the person who can say it's handled.
Mark Cuban made his pitch to Wisconsin voters as a business mogul and shark on Shark Tank.
I invest in so many companies, and I talk to so many, and I help them. I see the struggles, I see the opportunity, I see the heart, I see the fear sometimes when you're running the business. And if Donald Trump is elected, that 60% across the board tariffs, or even worse, can put them out of business, which is exactly why we need Kamala Harris to be the next president of the United States of America.
Lizzo's speech at a Harris rally in Detroit took aim at Trump's comments about the city.
They say if Kamala wins, then this whole country will be like Detroit. Well, I say proud like Detroit. I say resilient like Detroit. This is the same Detroit that innovated the auto industry and the music industry. So put some respect on Detroit's name.
The singer also worked in one of her song names when addressing questions about America's readiness for a woman in office.
You ask me if America is ready for its first woman president, I only got one thing to say. It's about damn time! It's about damn time!
Eminem also spoke out at a Detroit rally, encouraging everyone to get out the vote.
I think it's important to use your voice, so I'm encouraging everybody to get out and vote, please. I also think that people shouldn't be afraid to express their opinions. And I don't think anyone wants an America where people are worried about retribution or what people will do if you make your opinion known. I think Vice President Harris supports a future for this country where these freedoms and many others will be protected and upheld.
Meanwhile, Donald Trump has had celebrities speak out at his rallies. Brett Favre took the stage in Green Bay, where he made references to his NFL career when describing his support for the former president.
Much like the Packer organization, Donald Trump and his organization is a winner. And the United States of America won with his leadership. You know the definition of insanity. I think we all know it. It's doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. Sounds like the first couple of years of my tenure here with the Packers. It would be insane to give Kamala 4 more years in office. So it's time to bench Kamala and put in the star quarterback.
Elon Musk took the stage in New York City, wearing all-black pro-Trump attire.
I'm not just MAGA, I'm dark, gothic MAGA.
The businessman went on to share his vision for the future.
We're gonna get the government off your back and out of your pocketbook. America's just not just gonna be great. America is gonna reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is gonna be amazing!
Dr. Phil also spoke in New York. He said he was there to, quote, stand up for the people who have declared their support for Donald J. Trump, and connected it back to his own experience on his talk show.
You know what happens when somebody in this country says, hey, I'm going to vote Republican, I'm going to vote Donald J. Trump? They get canceled, intimidated, marginalized, excluded, or even fired or boycotted. In short, that adds up to being bullied. And now we're talking about something I know a hell of a lot about. Now you're in my wheelhouse, buddy.
Dennis Quaid told crowds in California how he recently portrayed Ronald Reagan on screen, calling him his favorite president of the 20th century.
We were a nation in decline. That's what they told us. Ronald Reagan came along and said, no, we're not a nation in decline. We're going there, and we followed him. The same with Trump, with President Trump, my favorite president of the 21st century.
Jason Aldean also took the stage at a Georgia Trump rally and shared his election hopes, emphasizing the importance of voting.
Every vote is necessary, so do not sit this one out. Get out and vote. Vote early if you can. We need a future where our freedoms are protected, our economy is strong, our children are safe, our borders are secure. And to me, that leader is none other than the 45th President of the United States, Mr. Donald J. Trump.
Danica Patrick told the crowded Pennsylvania rally that this election will be her first time at the ballot box.
Look, I'm not proud, but on the other hand, it just speaks to how important this time is right now. And I made a rule for myself. I made a rule that if I didn't vote, I wouldn't say anything, and I never did. You'll never find me speaking about politics in any way until now. Because when I decided that I'm going to vote, now I'm speaking.